Welcome back everyone, my name is Terrill. Today we're going to be making a video on the transformation of my 72-gallon tank. By transformation I don't mean a new aquascape or any new fish. I'm keeping the flower horn in there right now. I just have a really bad algae bloom in the tank, so I'll be making a time lapse of cleaning up the tank. Thanks for tuning in and enjoy the rest of the video. So as you can see behind me, the filter is pretty loud right now because of how much water is taken out of the tank. But there is a severe algae bloom. You can barely see through the front of the glass there. Just a super bad algae bloom. You can barely see the flower horn. So I'm going to be using a razor blade to scrape off the glass, as well as an algae scrubber to clean up the edges and the trim of the tank, because I try to stay away from the silicone with the razor blade, and we'll also be doing the regular water change and filter maintenance. Okay, like I said, to get started, all you need is a razor blade, a siphon, a net, and a bucket. The only reason you need the siphon, the net, and the bucket is because I'm catching the flower horn out of the tank before I clean the tank, just so he doesn't bite me, and he's kind of a nuisance just because of his attitude. So it's easier for me just to siphon water into a bucket, catch him, put him in the bucket, clean the tank, and then put him back in the tank after I fill it back up again. So that's what we're going to do. Just went through with the razor blade and scraped off the front, side, bottom, and back panes of glass, and now all the algae is sitting at the bottom. So I'm going to go through again with the sponge, scrub off all the algae I missed, especially near the seams, as I said, because I don't want to cut any of the silicone with the razor blade and cause the tank to leak. And then I'm going to go through and siphon out all the algae as well as all the water, clean out the sponge filter, stick it back on the glass, and clean out the AquaClear filter on the back and stick that back on the glass. And then I'll fill the tank back up and put the flower horn back in. So I'm not going to record all of that because it is just pretty basic to siphon out all the algae. And so I'll cut back to when I'm putting the flower horn back in the tank, and you can see the comparison from before and after of cleaning all the algae off. Okay everyone, welcome back. Here's how the tank looks after siphoning all the algae out that I scraped off the glass, and then refilling it with new fresh water. I do need to top the tank up a bit. But as you can see, going through and scraping all the algae off the glass with the razor blade, following behind that with the algae scrubber to get out all the seams and crevices, and then just replacing the sponges on the sponge filter as well as the AquaClear on the back. a huge difference between how it was before, where the tank was entirely green, and now almost all the particles of algae have been filtered out of the tank since. The flower horn is much happier now. It's got some nice clean water. He can see me, I can see him. But there you go, after the time lapse, that's the big difference for the tank. So a huge transformation from an algae bloom to a completely clean tank. So there you guys go. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for the next video.